Alright, welcome to CanHammer everybody, your source for 40k from the Great White North. I'm here tonight with Ryan.
Right.
Ryan's a local player who is bringing his Admech to battle tonight. This is a much requested matchup, and Ryan requested to play my my current list. And actually this might be the last time you see this list on a Batrep for a while. Because people have been complaining that I play the same list all the time. Personally, I think that's made me a better player. But anyway, you have to give people what they want.
Yeah.
So Ryan is bringing Admech. This is going to be a hardcore game. Even though Admech is a older codex, they've got these brand new tanks, and they just have so much shooting, and the Vigilists helped them out too. So we're going to see a bunch of those things in action tonight, and we'll see if I can survive the firepower. I've gotten kind of used to getting shot off the board recently. So we'll see how it goes. And we'll come back with the armies. Alright guys, this might be the final run out for a while for this list, as I am transitioning to playing some foot lists just at the request of the Custodes group. So it's the usual list. I've got Valoris, I've got vexilla, he's the warlord, he's got a spear this time, and I've got the captain, and then I've got 5 bikers, I've got 5 aquilon terminators, all Astrum. I have 2 pallas tanks and 2 caladius with 1 blaze, and that's 2,000 points. And yeah, so after today we'll be trying out some foot lists at the request of the Custodes group, and so you'll be seeing a bit of that for a while. So but this will still be my go-to for tournaments and stuff, so you might see it popping out now and again. So we'll come on and see what the Admech have brought. Alright, here is Ryan's Admech force. We'll just pan over for a second. We won't dwell too long on the one unpainted guy. Otherwise everything looks really nice, super nice. And the new boats, which I think are kind of ugly, but
Yes,
that's
same.
just my own. It doesn't seem to fit with the Admech aesthetic.
No.
Like it's just some random hover boats. Okay, so Ryan, what do you have to bring tonight?
So I have 2 Scorpius tanks.
So it's basically 2 Mars battalions, right?
Yeah, it's 2 Mars Battalion, 2 Scorpius tanks with the energy cannon.
Yep.
So the indirect fire.
Yep.
2 dunecrawlers with neutron lasers.
Yep.
Squad of 4 shooty bots.
4 robots. Okay.
Unit of 4 servitors.
And so tell people what these 4 servitors are for.
So this is for the Vigilist detachment. Which one is it called? The I can't remember what the detachment's called, but anyways, it basically allows me to destroy one of these servitors to bring back one of the destroyed destroyers.
Okay, and so you have these plasma destroyers here,
Yeah.
unit of 6.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Then unit of 5 vanguard.
Okay, they're just the basic troop dudes.
Just basic troop dudes. So yeah, then a squad of 6 plasma destroyers.
Okay.
Not with flamers, just with the normal phosphorus blasters. Then I have 2 10-man squads, each kitted with 3 arc rifles and a data tether.
Okay.
And then 3 units of 5 with 2 sniper rifles and omni specs.
Yeah, those are those arquebus things.
Yeah, trans arquebus.
Yeah. Okay.
Then I got Balisarius Cawl as my warlord.
Himself. Yeah.
Then I have 3 enginseers.
Okay.
And then the new manipulus.
Manipulus.
Yeah.
Okay, and he extends everybody's range by 6 inches,
Yeah, if you're already at 24 inches, it adds 6 inches to it.
which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's your only chance against a gun line is if you can outrange it for a little bit, and that becomes much harder with just an extra 6 inches.
Yep.
Like exponentially harder. Okay, we'll come back with the mission in a second. Alright, we are playing IGC Mission 6, Crucible of Champions. This is 5 objectives, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 objectives, sorry. I can't count. Luckily for me, we did roll pointy hammer and anvil. I think that's maybe that or hammer and anvil was the only deployment that was going to give me a chance in this game.
Yep.
It would not just get blown away. And so Charlie is a mission 6, so it's a go first, deploy first, go first mission. So I gave him he got choice of deployment zone. He picked that zone, and so he's going to deploy first and probably go first. Well, I'm not going to see, so he's going to go first. And then I'm on this side. So, secondaries wise, I picked Gangbuster, because those breachers give up gang, the robots give up gang, and if they heal, that contributes towards gang. I picked up Butcher's Bill, because I think I can kill, 2 other units. And then I also picked up Recon. And then, because with these big runes in the middle heading this way, it shouldn't be too hard to get Recon. And then Charlie picked Gangbusters as usual, big game as usual, and not sure what to pick for the third one, so he picked Old School. Yeah. Which, if you go first and I get to deploy second, hopefully you won't get. Otherwise, it's a mistake on my part, but you might, because you've got indirect fire. Yeah. It's unlikely it's going to kill a whole Custodes unit with those 2 guys, but it's possible, I guess. Okay, so we'll see how that goes. We're going to do deployment and then come back. Okay, so deployment was fairly straightforward. Charlie has filled... Ryan has filled his deployment zone with dudes and then put his gun line at the back, basically. And I have measured ranges and deployed as far out of range as I can. And what I can't put out of range, I've put out of line of sight. So that is it, basically. So I'm going to give you first turn, obviously, Ryan. Yeah. So have a good game.
You too, man.
We'll come back, Admech turn 1.
That's what's going to happen, so.
All right, Admech turn 1. We just did the whole turn. Everything just kind of pushed up. These tanks pushed up further forward here and killed 1.5 bikes. So that's a gangbuster. And this guy took a pot shot at Valoris, but he missed. And that's it. So Admech turn 1, we've got a just one gangbuster, one gangbuster point. So 1 point. Oh yeah, and 1 hold. So 2 points for Admech. 2-0 going on to Custodes turn 1.
I'm glad that changed.
Okay, Custodes turn 1. So pretty aggressive movement by the bikes here, just moving up and advancing behind this ruin. And holding this objective here for hold more. I'm safe from any of this shooting, basically. So it's okay to do that. I'm going to try and deal with at least one of these tanks, so I've moved my guys around. These guys didn't really have to move to see this tank. That tank's pretty hidden, so just let him be for now. Valoris has stayed back there to help out, and the vexilla has legged it up. And that's it, so we'll come back at the end of my turn 1 and see what happens. Alright, Custodes, turn 1. So not much happened. These guys did nothing, and then the Blaze Caladius killed this dude, and the other Caladius killed these snipers. So at the end of my turn, I got kill. I hold more, I kill more. I got butchers. I don't have recon yet. Do I actually? Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. I do have recon by accident. Alright, so good turn for me. That's 6-2 at the end of turn 1 for Custodes. Going on to Admech turn 2. Alright, Admech turn 2. Things just kind of shifted around a little bit, not very much. And then that guy moved behind that building, and that's it. So we'll come back at the end of this turn. Okay, Admech turn, just killed 1 bike. And that's it. So just hold, and that's it. Yeah. So just 1 point. So it's 6-3, going on to Custodes turn 2.
Yeah.
Okay, Custodes turn 2. The bike's down to 3-man, going all out. Here we go, right up there with the captain, the suicide team. This tank is pushed up here with the vexilla, who advanced. This tank just stayed on this back objective here. And then those 2 tanks have moved along the back with Valoris, who advanced. And that's it. So we'll come back at the end of this turn. Okay, Custodes turn 2. Pretty good turn. So these bikes moved in here, they shot off the red squad, and they killed this green squad in combat, and now I've wrapped up this poor servitor here.
Morale on the servitors is a 6. I got a 6. 2 of them die.
2 of them die?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Okay, ixnay that. Because I shouldn't have shot the servitor during shooting phase. That was a tragic error.
Oh, that saved my butt. Okay.
That did save your butt. Yeah, because now those bikes are dead.
Yeah.
Okay, well these bikes made it here, and they've killed most of the screen. They killed the servitors. The captain killed these 2 guys, so these bikes are probably dead now because I shouldn't have shot the servitors. I don't know why I shot the servitors. If I was gonna wrap them, that was really stupid. Anyway, and then they did touch this breacher squad, so at least they won't shoot me next turn. And this captain's here, and that's it. So, oh yeah, and I killed that. The Scorpius tank that was over there. So at the end of my turn, I score kill, hold. I killed more. I hold more because I hold that one too now.
Yeah.
And I got no gang, but I got butchers and I got recon.
Yeah.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. So it's 12-3. Going on to turn 3 for Admech.
Yeah.
Okay, so end of the movement phase. Those destroyers pulled out, obviously. The robots didn't move. The Cawl shifted over, and that tank shifted over there, because you can get line of sight down the table. And that's it. So, we'll be right back at the end of turn 3 for Admech. Okay, Custodes, Admech turn 3. So this bike unit predictably is gone, just blown off the table by the robots. Captain survived shooting from both neutron lasers and small arms fire, and then he heroically intervened and killed 1.5 breachers, 1 2/3 breachers, destroyers, and has consolidated now, so still tying them up, and took 1 wound in return in combat. And that's it. So, Admech killed.
And hold.
And you hold. You got all 5 bikes, that's 3 gangs in total.
Yeah.
And no big games or old school. So 1, 2, 3, 4 points.
Yeah.
So you're up to 7.
Woo.
So it's 12 to 7 going on to Custodes turn 3. All right, Custodes, bottom of 3. So the captain's still stuck there. These guys homered in. The vexilla made a dash up to the breach there. So for Custodes players watching, 3 turns of moving and advancing, the vexilla can go pretty far. Yeah. He started way back here. So as long as you got stuffed so he can't get shot, he can get pretty far in 3 turns. Like I basically dropped in your deployment zone, right? So people are like, oh, how does the vexilla get up there? He can get up there. These 2 tanks are congregated in the middle. And those 2 tanks have moved out. They can get shot, so they're going to try and take some shots, and that's about it. So we'll come back at the end of this turn. Okay, so Custodes turn 3. The 2 caladius tanks whiffed on that thing. Shooting killed this unit of rangers that was over here.
The snipers.
And then the captain killed 2 destroyers and is still in combat with those 2 guys. These guys came down, did nothing in shooting to those guys, and then failed this 4-inch charge with a double 1, reroll 1 dice for CP into a 1. That has happened to me twice in like the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because the chances of that happening are extremely low. Anyway, so obviously if that had happened, there'd be, more trouble. Maybe not that much more trouble for you, because I didn't. If I rolled big, obviously it'd be trouble.
Yeah.
But okay, so we'll see how it goes. So at the end of my turn,
you got kill.
so I did kill more. Because you didn't kill at all.
No.
Yes, you did.
I did kill one? Oh yeah, I killed the bikes.
Because I only killed 1 unit.
Yeah, I killed the bikes.
Okay, so I got kill hold.
Yeah.
I hold more.
Yeah.
We tied on kill.
Yeah.
I got a gang.
Yes.
Because I've killed 9 wounds basically. So 1 gang.
Yeah.
I didn't get butchers, and I got recon.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 17 to 7, going on to turn 4 for Admech. Admech turn 4. These guys pulled back. These guys were already out of combat because of losses, and that tank moved over there. And Cawl and this little manipulus moved around, and that's about it. So we'll come back at the end of the turn. Okay, end of Admech turn 4. So these guys reduced to 2 guys left from the robots. Did 13 in total, which is not too bad. Because you didn't plant them or anything yet.
No, I haven't planted them yet because I figured you're going to touch them yet soon. So.
Okay, I can keep fainting.
Yeah.
The captain's obviously gone. Cawl killed him actually. Well, Cawl did most of the damage.
Yeah.
And then 6 wounds done to that back caladius by the thingy with Jigger. And that's it. No, he actually, it was wounded on 3s. You were wounded on 3s.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you just said 5 for some reason. Yeah, but I watched you. You did it correctly.
Okay.
Okay, so at the end of Admech turn 4, you killed. You do hold.
Yeah.
You got, so you got full gang now.
Yeah.
No big game, no old school. So 1, 2, so 3 points. Yeah. Okay, so 17 to 10 going on to Custodes turn 4. Okay, Custodes bottom of 4. So this pallas tank is moved up here. The plan is to eat Overwatch so my Terminators can get in. Terminators have moved up. They're going to sit on this objective because they are OBSEC, and you only have 1 guy, right? Mm-hmm. And then hopefully kill those guys as well. Vexilla's moved back to give me recon and hold that objective. This guy's over there. And actually, he doesn't need to be there then if the purpose is not to shoot that tank. Yeah. He needs to be onto that quadrant there, just to get me the recon there. Yeah, so he's gonna be there. And then those two tanks are hiding from that neutron laser.
You need someone on this side.
Yeah, so it's hull.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
And then, and they're gonna try and just finish off these breachers here. And you know what, actually, I'm gonna reposition them a little bit so I have options. Okay, yeah, and then it'll be my turn, so I'll be right back. My skill is called Sworn Guardians too, so. Okay, so end of Custodes. So this tank did make it in and only took one wound on Overwatch, and then touched the robots, and then those Terminators came in and killed one robot, and then it exploded and did 2 mortal wounds to each of these guys. So they're kind of stuck there, but they haven't planted, so they can fall back. You've been waiting the whole game for this moment to not plant.
Yeah,
it's gonna be your turn 5.
Yeah.
I did kill that dunecrawler with shooting, and these destroyers. And these 3 little dudes there. So it's a good turn for me. I think I've got enough lead to not worry too much. So I kill, I hold more, I killed more. I got, so I killed all your destroyers and a robot, so I maxed out gang now. And I got butchers. Oh no, gang doesn't count towards butchers. So I killed the dunecrawler and I killed those, so I got butchers and I got
butchers, and then you got gang.
And I got my recon.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 points. Dude, that's a big turn.
Yeah.
27 to 10.
I also forgot to do the mortal wounds on my own turn, so I did 2
okay.
mortal wounds to mine. So.
Okay. Do you think you got enough to come back? You want to call it? It's 27 to 10.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good game.
That's good. No, I definitely was too conservative at the beginning.
Okay, so let's go back. So this, as I said, this was a favorable deployment for me.
Oh yeah.
Because then I could hide.
Yeah.
But you still could have. So your concern was the bikes, and rightly the bikes kind of wrecked you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they killed your screen. They didn't actually kill that much else.
Yeah. But that's why I deployed the screen.
But
here
it preoccupied you for a while. But so all you needed to do though was to work out. Okay, 14 inches.
Yeah.
Right? I can't charge you through this rune, right? I have to like go up and over it or around it because I'm bikes. So you could put, on your first turn, you could have put dudes just within an inch of the rune and basically prevented me from it
going anywhere.
Like I still could have done what I did and then next turn flown over you.
Yeah.
But the thing about how you deployed these guys is you just gave me easy wrap. Now, it just so happened I was stupid and I shot your servitor. But if that hadn't happened, these 3 bikes would still be alive.
And the robots.
And your robots would have been touched, right? Like that was game over.
Oh yeah.
Basically, turn 2 if I hadn't been that silly. But so your screen could have been better for sure. You could have used your more table and this rune protection. Because I can't charge you through the rune, right, with bikes. Yeah. And so I'd have to go around or wait for my turn to go over. Now, as such, I did go over on my turn. Then you could have just moved back.
Fair enough.
Right, and make sure that I can't put bike bases to wrap.
Okay.
It's harder to do because I can kill so much screen with my bolters, but I only have 3 guys left in the end, right? Because you whittle it down. So
I could have pushed all this stuff back and made the screen more dense.
Yeah. Now, the one thing that Admech players always run into, and you didn't play any differently from your typical Admech player, and that's because you have to keep your characters close to things like your robots, is it's so easy to touch your robots by charging something that's standing right beside it.
Oh, I know, yeah.
So if you're going to do that, you have to stand like behind the robot at the minimum, but even then bikes in the moving phase can get behind you, but you can usually predict that coming. Yeah. But it's so easy to touch something else, and then I had to get a little bit creative here to get the tank universe, but still, like, that's all it takes is to touch whatever's beside the robot and go in. So same thing with those breachers, right? Yeah. If you weren't going to move the breachers out that way, you had no reason to move them at all. Yeah. Right? Just stand back from your screen so that 3-inch pallas and consolidate is not going to touch you, because that ends up what happened, right?
Fair enough. Yep.
So that's always the problem, Admech. You need to screen well so that you don't get piled or consolidated into. Yeah. Because that's what gets you. Because nobody's going to charge those units directly. It's crazy, right?
No.
Yeah. You didn't do anything with this guy like the whole game?
No, because I was more occupied with this. I should have moved him up. And
sure, but like you didn't even move him really.
Yeah.
Like you could have just started to move him up.
And started moving.
You know, because by the time I committed my tanks onto that side, I wasn't going to come back and shoot that guy. So he could have like moved up and maybe started to shoot lanes across this way.
Yeah. And in the same vein, my turn 2, I should have started moving the snipers up to that squad or that objective. Sorry, because then would have at least got me 2 objectives instead of just 1 the entire game.
Sure. Either
Yeah,
that
blow them off the
or
table,
deployed
but-
them both up at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. But with the advantage of range, so the other thing is your manipulus. What I would have done actually was probably just forget about the manipulus for these guys and just give it to these guys. Because that keeps me pinned to the back.
Yeah.
Right? So I could keep pinned at the back by these freaking neutron lasers, which are deadly.
Yeah.
And your manipulus and the 2 guys just move around because they can move and shoot no problem. And it just push up the board, right?
Okay.
Like, they're probably going to die eventually, but it's better to die and kill themselves than die and do nothing.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And then, because you don't really need the manipulus for here unless you're going to start moving these guys out.
Yeah.
Right? Because what's the 6-inch range to them? It literally did nothing.
Yeah.
And then it meant that this guy wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So you just have to, like, it's always, when you play a gun line, it's tempting not to move.
Yeah.
But really, actually, gun lines, because I used to play gun line type Custodes army when I had the Telemon and everything.
Yep.
The trick is, when do you move?
Yeah.
You have to move. Yeah. Because you're just giving me hold more.
Yeah.
Every turn. For no good reason, really.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I'm not telling you should, like, make for all these objectives.
No,
but
at least get up and start shooting and getting.
Yeah,
stuff off and
so for a gun line, you always got to decide, when do I move out?
Okay.
And now, there's not always able to do that in every game, especially if you're being assaulted hard. But gun lines is about screening and then when to break your line.
Yep.
Because the line is cool, rerolls is cool, but you can still do a lot of damage without rerolls.
No.
Yeah.
That's how I go.
Yeah. So otherwise, it's a great game.
I played it, to be honest with you, exactly the way it went, minus turn 1 and 2. The way your bikes and everything came in is exactly how I thought it was going to happen.
But that wasn't inevitable.
No, it wasn't inevitable,
Right?
but that's what the whole time.
Like, you knew I was going to do that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm like, okay, this table, this deployment, first thing I'm going to do, bikes
They're
right up on the line, 18 inches away from you, and if you don't do anything about it, they're in next turn. Right? Like, that's basically my game plan. And so you didn't do much about it, so then that's just what I did. Now, it turns out, actually, those guys killed a couple of bikers, which is,
which is
pretty
kind
good.
of cool, yeah.
Yeah. And my game plan was pressure with the bikes, kill those 2 tanks.
Yeah.
And then start to move my tanks up. So that was kind of my game plan, and then by turn 3, drop the Terminators in.
Yeah.
And then they would just be the second wave and mop up, basically. So that was my game plan, and you didn't really do much to deter me on this frontier.
Nah.
So I just did it.
No, I'll definitely remember that next time, is keep them, move them all up and use the train a bit better than I did. So
cool. Okay, well, thanks very much for watching, everybody. Thanks for coming over, Ryan.
Yeah, no problem.
And thanks for watching on stream. We got our game tomorrow night against Peter and his Necrons. I think he's bringing, like, the triple croissant.
I hope he brings pallas.
Apparently he's looking for pylons to bring. So we'll see what he brings tomorrow. That should be fun. I will be playing my foot list tomorrow. So don't worry, it will be a different list tomorrow. And we'll have lots of fun. So do tune in tomorrow. And thanks very much for watching, guys.